Now, News Channel 8 exclusive with the author of a new book who's offering an insider's look into the business background of Senate candidate Linda McMahon.
The book details her time as the head of World Wrestling Entertainment. So what's the controversy? Chief political correspondent Mark Davis is live in the Hartford newsroom with an exclusive interview. Mark?
Good evening, Ann and Darren. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. The author of this book grew up in the business. His father was a wrestling promoter, and the Linda McMahon campaign says, ignore it.
I'm Linda McMahon. I approve this message because it's time for something different.
Former WWE CEO Linda McMahon has surged to the top among Republicans in the most recent public opinion poll, with a nearly non-stop advertising campaign and extensively reaching out to party activists. But pro wrestling investigative author Irv Muchnick thinks Connecticut voters should take a closer look at McMahon's tenure as head of World Wrestling Entertainment. In his book, Chris and Nancy, Muchnick details the death of WWE superstar Chris Benoit. His suicide murder of his wife and 7-year-old son was one of the most sensational crimes of the year in 2007. Benoit was one of over 20 wrestling ring stars who died that year before their 50th birthday.
WWE and Linda McMahon created the atmosphere and the working conditions that have caused many, many deaths in the industry, of which the Benoit one was just the most dramatic and heinous example.
All of those superstars who are independent contractors, if they're injured or hurt in the ring, they're well cared for. There's a health and wellness policy in place.
WWE has what they call a wellness policy, and it's a joke. The fact of the matter is they had no steroid testing at all between 1996 and 2006.
And that, Muchnick says, combined with brain trauma from undiagnosed frequent concussions, may have contributed to many of the deaths.
By any reasonable definition, these performers are employees, not independent contractors. They can't go work for another promotion. They're totally controlled schedule-wise and otherwise by WWE, and they should be better taken care of by WWE.
A spokesman for the McMahon campaign told me this afternoon that they have decided to ignore Mr. Muchnick, that voters are more interested in her plans to help the economy.
The great thing about her candidacy for the Senate is it is yet another platform for people to look at what I think is a public health nuisance.
Muchnick is starting his first East Coast tour to promote his book. He'll be in Stamford, the home of the WWE, later this week, and in Farmington on the weekend. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News Channel 8.